Oh man, it's really starting to look like rain. I need to find myself some cover. Oh, there, that's perfect. Look, I can take cover right inside the Rhode Island State Champion Sargent's Weeping Hemlock. All right, so typically this tree is only like 12 to 16 feet tall, which makes this individual here like really big. In fact, in like a lot of my research, this tree just gets called like a shrub or a hedge quite a bit, which should also tell you how big this guy is, because no one would ever be calling this one a shrub. I've also read on horticulture sites for like tree growing enthusiasts and stuff that getting this tree to grow significantly like upwards requires initially giving it like a stake to latch onto when it starts growing. I'm not sure if that's what happened here, but it would make sense considering how much height it's got. Like you could fit two of me in here, no problem. I read that this specific tree too was planted back in 1920, so it's over 100 years old now and has had plenty of time to grow this tall. Coolest thing about this tree though is that it's actually a mutant, or more specifically a mutant of the eastern hemlock or Canadian hemlock, and it's actually the mutation that makes the growth kind of spread out like this. You see in like a normal hemlock, the trunk is what sort of like organizes the rest of the tree, right? Like it's like the base or the leader, so to speak, of all the other growth. But in a Sargent's Weeping Hemlock, there is no organizing feature. It's mutated to have no leader, so it just like grows all over the place. There's actually a word for this, plagiotropic, I think is how you pronounce it. It basically just means horizontal growth. Look how like flat and thin this one branch is. That's crazy. It's like a fish's like fin or a sail. All these are like that actually. Look at this one. So because this tree is actually a mutant, its history and discovery by humans is really cool too. Like tradition has it that 4 weeping hemlocks were found near the town of Beacon, New York around 1860, and that every single future generation of Sargent's hemlock were propagated from those 4. So it's basically mutated naturally in the wild and then was cultivated by humans into the tree we see today. Apparently one of these natural mutations was also found in 1939 way out in the woods too, 9 miles from the town of Beacon. So something about that area, I guess, must really be good for generating this kind of strange mutation. This tree is also actually named for the first person to introduce it into horticulture, which basically just means the first person to start spreading its seedlings around and like intentionally cultivate this specific mutation. His name is Mr. Henry Winthrop Sargent, and he has a very nice quote about the tree. He calls it a very interesting and distinct variety of hemlock. It is as pendulous as a weeping cherry, perfectly hardy, and admirably adapted for small places, though as yet very rare. Hey, and you know what? I couldn't have put it any better myself, so I think I'll leave you here. See you next time.